They know I got them vibes, so you know them fans watching me.
They in my chat with the shit. Oh, they must think they can stop me. See, we got Raj on the scopes. Now don't get sniped out the lobby.
Is not on me. Now tell me, what do you see?
We send the vibes on the nation. LIB in our blood. We in the sky with this shit. Just think it came out.
See, it's 99% cap, 1% gameplay, 100% vibes. Don't bring that bullshit my way. Try your luck, go against the vibe. Where you fuck, you gon' think I'm Mike Vrabel the way I make them tighten up. You'll be lucky if you even score. You should read more, though I choose to live in peace. You should know I bleed war. I'm a recon man, one of the best in the sport. I keep a drone on my hip, I let it out to explore. They say the ops on the way. I see one, I know it's more. They just ran inside a building. My EMP gon' make them panic, play support. Crypto going manic. They try to figure out how I do assault damage. Real
Let me teach you how to
I
vibe.
know they can't stand it. Morosky sending out his ghost and they don't understand it. I'm headed to the high grounds to get an overstanding. Now you from a distance, see your partners, they just left you stranded. Damn. You know you headed to the lobby, right? Sorry for your awful fight. I admit it was easy. Get you some practice or you always die. I know you doing that ping thing. They gone, made it out of sniper
Let me
range.
teach you how to
Level 1
vibe.
knockdown shield. It's been 7 minutes in the fucking game. I'm devoted. Hit you with the devotion, hear it wind up, quick motion. Now I'm headed with
teach
the
you
wind
how
to
to
your
vibe.
partners, but I'm focused. See, Goat just hit that beast on the hunt. Ghosts is ghosts, we reloaded, blow the EMP and we done.
They know I got them vibes, so you know them fans watching me.
They in my chat with the shit. Oh, they must think they can stop me. See, we got Raj on the scopes. Now don't get sniped out the lobby.
Is not on me. Now tell me, what do you see?
We send the vibes on the nation. LIB in our blood. We in the sky with this shit. Just think it came out the mud.
Oh boy. Cam was always first Chronic fan. TJ Game DB. KT2 to go. Ronaldo. Corey D. Tighten up. Nano in the building. B Walker. What it do? Player. We live. It's another shop talk. And boy, do we got things to talk about today, man. Do we got things to talk about today? Yes, we do. Oh, wait. Boy, camera didn't cut off. Let me start that thing again, man. He said it's therapy time. We still gonna celebrate what's happening and taking my talents to the hometown team. You can't be a Philadelphia Eagle just yet. You can't leave halfway through the season. Scott Brady, what's popping? Started the fire sale trade today. Yeah, we here to talk about it. He said go Patriots. Yeah, y'all got we like your coaching 6 of your players. Becker, EJ, Nito, Statida, Tyler Shutt. Hey man, as y'all know, man, anybody welcome. I would have been live a few minutes ago. I was in the Titans group chat on Twitter, having fun watching RJ and Mr. Vic go back and forth. But they said Brian Kelly is gone, but y'all owe him $53 million. So I don't know how you can celebrate. You still got to give him $53 million. All right, if you're on Facebook, hit that like, share, follow, comment, tap in, daily content. If you are on Kick, you can use up to 50 emotes, no ads. You do not have to be a sub to use the emotes. Picture in picture, tap in with me. If you're on the purple, if you're on Twitch, Amazon Prime, you sub to the channel free once a month. If you have it, it costs you nothing. Make sure it don't go to waste. Even if you don't use it on me, use it on another wonderful content creator. And if you're watching on YouTube, hit that like, comment, share, tap in. You know this is an interactive stream, so anybody can hop in and share their pain of right now.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Roger McCreary, second round pick out of Auburn, just had his documentary dropped on the Tennessee Titan website this month. Everybody's waiting on an extension, and Shotbybuddha said that of all the draft picks we've missed on, Roger McCreary's only missed 4 games. They should extend him, and then if they don't intend to keep him, trade him later.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
Depending on how the season goes, by November 4th trade deadline, we thought maybe Roger will get traded. Maybe they'll get some value back at him, because they seem to not want anybody from the previous regime. But it just didn't make any sense to anybody that they traded Jarvis Brownlee and then Roger. Nobody could have guessed that.
Let me teach you how to
Because you would have
vibe.
thought maybe they're going to put Brownlee in the slot and trade Roger, and then they got 3 more years of Brownlee in the slot to make a decision on a rookie deal, because he's the 5th round draft pick. We haven't seen much from Marcus Harris other than his back-to-back weeks of special teams penalties. And then you look at the roster and saying Snead is on IR, and you got Jalen Armour Davis, who they signed after Eden Cap on Cheeto, playing on the Ravens, cutting Armour Davis to add Cheeto, and now we picked up Armour Davis. Then you had Roger in the slot with Darrell Baker Jr. along with Samuel Womack. So when you look at that and you say, who's going to play cornerback for the Tennessee Titans this coming week? This just doesn't follow their long plan, because they signed Michael Robinson today off the Packers practice squad. He's under 6 feet. McCreary's under 6 feet with short arms. Brownlee is 6 feet, but you got rid of him. Snead is 6 feet, but he's gone. And it just seems to be like, are we following the trend of trying to add bigger players faster? Like, what is it? I'm not tripping on the trade for Roger McCreary, because if he's not in the long-term plans, you got to get draft capital out of him. It's just what they're doing leading up to this, knowing that they're going to make this trade, is just depleting their depth at a position that they said they could not have enough tackles, they could not have enough corners, and here we are, devoid of cornerbacks. And we got the Chargers this week before the bye week, so if you have Lad McConkey, if you have Quentin Johnston, you have Aronde Gasson, you have any receiving threats in your fantasy team for the Chargers, please play them now. I told y'all you was gonna come up big on the Colts if you just start taking the Colts on all your fantasy and prize picks, and some of y'all listen. Some of y'all listen. He said, I had an epiphany that they don't know what they're doing. All right, so you know me, man. I'm a visual type of person. I know.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
I know some. Well, is my mouse froze? Okay, there we go. Thought my mouse was froze for a second. I'm a visual type of person. I know some people look at these and they think that this is Madden, but this really has nothing to do with Madden. This just me using this Madden website, because this Madden website allows you to bro, what? Why is the PC moving slow? It allows you to get a good visual representation of what this team is gonna look like, and I'm about to show y'all how the defense is gonna look this week. Roger McCreary traded to the Rams. Darrell Baker Jr. on concussion protocol. That's gonna put Samuel Womack in the slot. It's gonna put Marcus Harris at the starter. Jalen Armour Davis And Tennessee Titans signed Micah Robinson off the Packers practice squad, 5'11", 183. Another small corner. So you see, Samuel Womack is 5'10", 189. Marcus Harris is 5'11", 188. Micah Robinson is 5'11", 183. And Jalen Armour Davis is 6'1", 195. He's the only corner that fits the physical scale of what they say that they want. This is kind of what that means, right? So Titans go sign Truman Jones. So you get an ex-Patriot and an ex-Packer. 6'3", 250. Truman Jones will be moving into this spot. And this is how the Titans will come in. And I'll set it up so you can see how the defense will look. James Williams is there. So you have Draymond Jones on the edge. Jalen Harrell will be backup. Ali Gay will be backup. And it'll look something like this come Sunday. It'll look something like this come Sunday. This how the Titans defense will look come Sunday. Honestly, I think they'll still continue to play Quandre Diggs because he doesn't have a card. Quandre Diggs will be playing the slot with Womack coming in certain situations. I don't know what this looks like. And to further this is how the Titans will look at the end of season. I'll show you everybody who still will be under contract come season's end. Come season's end, this is how the Titans will be. Come season's end. These will be the only people under contract. And this is if they decide they're gonna not take the option on L'Jarius Sneed. That's a lot of holes. That's a lot of holes, Cat. That's a lot of holes to fill. Titans have a first, a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth, 2 6 and 2 7 right now. Just a lot of holes to fill, man. On offense, Zeitler will be done. Ojukwu will be done. Oliudo will be done. Blake Hands, Corey Levin. These will be your people left on contract. Depending on what they do with Chig, there's no guarantee. Van Jefferson, Mason Kinsey, James Prochet, Julius Chestnut, Brandon Allen. And then you put Mullings right here. Depending on if they bring Ridley back. Depending on if they bring Calvin Ridley back, this is kind of like how they'll come in to the season. It's just a lot of holes, and for the people that just talk about draft, we need draft, like it won't be enough picks to fill the holes. And I don't know if any of y'all have looked. The upcoming free agents that will be available for the Tennessee Titans this coming off season, everybody's 30 plus at most positions. I don't want a bunch of old guys. Like I told y'all, Jalen Phillips Kayvon Thibodeau, Tariq Woolen is like the only 3 free agents that I look at. I know some people that think that we can't get George Pickens. If you think that Jarvis Brownlee and a couple of those guys are not character fits for the Tennessee Titans, why on earth would you think George Pickens would fit? Now, Corey, I believe and you believe they'll still trade Jeffrey Simmons. They'll still trade Devondre Sweat. They'll move on and eat cap on Snead and Calvin Ridley. Like, I think Skoronski is probably the only person that came from the Rand era that they wouldn't trade. I mean, Becker, that's the point, is like right now, the only thing that's carrying us is Cam Ward, Tim DK, A.O. Monner, Gunnar Helm, rookies. On defense, Kevin Winston Jr. is starting to get snaps. Femi Oladejo was playing exclusively at that run, set, and edge. And as bad as people think of a pick he was, because I don't think he was a bad pick. I think he's a good pick, but I think he's also tied to Kevin Winston Jr.'s success too, because they're a package deal. I just think that Femi is a hard run setting edge that will learn to be a better pass rusher. But ever since he came out, go look at the tape. Teams just run where he used to be at. Because Draymond Jones and Jahad Ward are pass rushers, but they're not good run defenders. Everybody got a price, and that's my point. Is like, let's say you got a first and a third for Jeffrey Simmons, and let's say you move on from Ridley, and you move on from Snead, and you move on from Pollard, and you move on from Zietler, and you move on from Chig, and you have 15 draft picks. It's still not enough draft picks to fill the roster with the upcoming free agency. And this is my part of the debate that I don't think anybody could beat me in. The problem is, you get rid of Snead and eat cap, but if you don't hit it in the draft and you have to go to free agency, you're going to wind up spending as much money to get rid of him as it would have just been to keep Snead and move Snead into the slot. It'll be the same with Ridley. Nobody's taking on a $28 million a year contract for Ridley. We'll eat money and they'll say we're saving cap, but if it's 28 million and we have to eat like 12 and save this amount, and we say when we sign somebody for that same set amount and that player is not any better, then we right back in the same boat. I just think the draft, develop, and retain is the model that they should roll with, but they don't often do it because they just got rid of some of the young talent that we could have retained. Not saying Roger, I'm saying, why wouldn't you just put Brownlee in Roger's spot? Because I mean, this Michael Robinson we got from Green Bay, I know that he's a promising young guy, but also at the same time, he has 0 stats in his NFL career, like 0 stats, like not a tackle, not a pass breakup, not any, like nothing. So when he goes out, it's going to be mid-season and it's going to be his first action. Yeah, it's like Corey, like you don't like you want to save money by cutting Landry, but then you paid Draymond Jones and Arden Key. Why wouldn't you just have drafted somebody and kept Landry? Or why wouldn't you just continue developing Jalen Harrell and keep Landry in that spot on that far edge? Some things don't make sense, like the Cheeto, 13 million. Okay, we're gonna cut 7.5, but then you get the person he replaced it from the Ravens. So now we paid Cheeto to play on Baltimore so we could get Jalen Armour Davis for him to play worse than Cheeto ever has. Like, that's the point, is like they spend money, they try to save money, but I would much rather have overpaid and just kept Derrick Henry and paid him 12 million than spend 7 and 8 million on Pollard and give Dan Moore 82 million. I would rather just left J.C. Latham at left tackle and wouldn't sign Oli Udoh to right tackle in the first place. You see what I'm saying? Like, you trying to save money in a position, so you cut and you move, but then you overspend on this position and then you wind up losing anyways. you know, like we're gonna save a few dollars and get a kicker instead of Nick Folk. Nick Folk was like 41 out of 43 kicking. Now Joey Sly can't make a kick. He's like always trying to save some money, but you cost yourself in the end. It's like if you got a good productive player in a position and you don't have to worry about this said position, just pay him, because we're a bad team. We pay bad team tax on Ridley. We pay bad team tax on Snead. We pay bad team tax on Moore. We pay bad team tax on Cody Barton. We have to overpay for average players because we're a bad franchise. And if we ever get to the point where, back to the point where we could bring in a guy, a veteran guy that can solidify a position for a solid amount, a fair amount, but we're not in a position to do that. Like, we're having to beg people to come to Nashville. It has to be a mixture of rookies and vets. Titans hit the panic button. They didn't hit the panic button. They realized they made a mistake and they're having to bite the bullet. Like, what the Titans are going through now is we moved too fast with the John Robinson Vrabel situation. We got Rand in. If we didn't agree with Rand, we should have let Callahan leave with Rand. We shouldn't have let Callahan stay. They should have went ahead and brought in a new coach with Berganza already. The team would be coached better, and some of the people that we wind up losing for the character fits of Callahan and Rand wind up being some very serious casualties, because to my point, it was 6 former Titans on the Patriots. People like, oh, they're not that good. They were mid, but they're better than what we have now. We don't have an edge rusher better than Harold Landry. I can't argue that our Cody Barton is better than Robert Spillane. And it would be apples to, it would be a lateral move to talk about Jack Gibbons and Cody Barton. Josh Dobbs is better than Brandon Allen. You see what I'm saying? Like, we get into these type of spaces. Now we're going to pay the Chargers this week, right? Tier Tart, Deshaun Hand, Naquan Jones, Bud Dupree, Elijah Molden, who would still be starting at free safety if he was in Nashville. So we're going to have 5 Titans. That's probably better than the 5 Titans in the same positions that we have them in now. They're going to play us. Hassan Haskins is the other one. Hassan Haskins is better than Julius Chestnut. So it's like all these players we play every week are former Titans who are better than what we have now. And we spent more to replace, but we still haven't yet addressed, developed, retained, model hasn't worked. So we could get all the draft picks we want. I just don't trust the organization is getting it right with what they're replacing it. They're replacing players with worse players. And I just got to see it. I just have to see this thing. I got to see this through. Boat raced. I mean, and the sad part about it, he said it's like shopping at Whole Foods and then stopping by McDonald's on the way home. Yeah, I mean, the tough part about it is, and you look online, all the talk is Cam Ward, and Cam Ward was a bad pick. Okay, let's say you pick the edge rusher and you pick QB in the 2nd round. Or you pick edge rusher, receiver, quarterback in the 3rd. It really doesn't matter the order in which you pick them in. You pick quarterback, edge rusher, safety. Whether you in safety, edge rusher, quarterback, any direction of the way in which you picked them, by A.O. Monter and DK and Gunnar Helm working out in the 4th round the way they do, I really don't sit and think about what wide receivers could we have taken. I don't think about that. Could you have taken the safety in front of the edge rusher? If Kevin Winston Jr. didn't get hurt, he probably gets drafted in front of Femi anyways. So you let's say you would have got Kevin Winston in the 2nd and Femi in the 3rd. It really is inconsequential. People talk about Cam Ward. and you turn the tape on and watch Jonathan Taylor have 9 touchdowns in 3 games versus the Titans. You watch the guy go for 13 yards a touch, 12 touches, 3 touchdowns, running 20 yards downfield before he gets breathed on. And you watch Daniel Jones go 21 to 29 for 275 and 3 touchdowns, and watch every defensive back on the team get dunked on, and watch Cody Barton lazily get ran, him and Xavier Woods and Quandre to get blown by Jonathan Taylor all night in situations where it looked like they were diving out the way so they didn't have to tackle.
Let me
why are we
teach you
talking
how
about
to
Cam
vibe.
Ward? like Cam Ward can't play defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, Patriots ran for 175. Jonathan Taylor had 175. Just pencil in whatever team we play is going to get 175 rushing yards, and we're not going to be able to run for much. Appreciate y'all tapping in. But that's just the problem that I see with the Titans and this roster building is I don't believe them. And I'm going to tell y'all what else is scary. It's the first time it happened all season. When Cam Ward took their helmet off and said, Mike, what the F is we doing, Mike? Go for it. It's the first time that Cam Ward seen they're trying to lose on purpose. They don't believe in this thing that they trying to sell me. And you can see that you can't fool a player when he realizes, wait a minute, y'all not trying to win. And you handicapping him. Because these last few weeks you start to see the evolution of Cam Ward, of protecting the football, of throwing beams, and you just look at like, okay, he's throwing for like 60% completion. He's throwing for like 250 a game. That's about what you expected for Cam Ward. He gonna throw some picks because he a gunslinger, went around in the pocket, standing in there making some tough throws. But I just hope that what I told y'all in the beginning, that they don't break him, because today, after sitting and watching tape and being sold on they are still trying to win, after basically like pulling the rug from up under him in the third quarter, he seen Roger McCreary get traded today, and he knows some more people about to get traded. How do they mentally keep Cam Ward from going out there on Sunday, and when they call plays, him just saying, I'm gonna call my own plays and run whatever I want to run? Because that's we getting real close to that. We getting real close to that. You say it won't happen, but I mean, like, you seen the defensive players giving up Sunday. I seen Amani Hooker and Xavier Woods run out the way of Jonathan Taylor. I seen Cody Barton run in the hole and stop. I seen a lot of people quit on tackles and jump out the way Sunday. I know we seen the clip of Quandre Diggs acting like he was trying to tackle Jonathan Taylor on that third touchdown, and he wasn't trying to tackle him. You know, how many of those guys between Ridley, Snead, Jeffrey Simmons, do you think if that game last Sunday was for the division, you don't think Jeffrey Simmons would have suited up? You can start to look around and see Arden Key, Femi. You start to see them like, wait a minute, they pulling our guys and they arresting them. Like, they just sending me out here to sell tickets, and they don't have any intention on me winning. And if I look bad my rookie season, they really don't care, so long as I don't break. He said the sweat tape is bad. Man, because the D linemen they're not trying to fight. They wasn't trying to fight off a block Sunday. But I mean, you gotta think though, like, T Sweat is a different type of person mentally. If T Sweat see they arresting people, and he see people that he knows should be playing, and they not playing and they benching people, some of those guys is the types that'll just give up. Like, to be honest, Draymond Jones got his sack, and on some of them runs, it just looked like, man, I did my job and I set the edge. If you really listen to him in the press conference today, he was like, man, guys not having each other's back, guys not trusting the system. They're basically saying like, the defense then gave up. Guys just gonna start protecting their bodies. Guys gonna start taking long on injuries, not practicing as hard. You got an interim coach they can know the coach. How can, if you Mike McCoy, how can you motivate somebody that know you're going to get fired too? Now, if Mike McCoy would have went for it on that third quarter and been saying, we're going to go for it every fourth down, we're going to go for it, when those situations is taken away, like, who's really listening to Mike McCoy past that first 2 weeks? If they would have got a win in them first couple of weeks with Mike McCoy, it might have been different, but man, they 1-7. They finna play the Chargers and go on bye week. They're gonna be 1-8. They're gonna be 1-8 at the bye week. Come back week 10, and like 2 or 3 more players, probably Zietler, some of the guys, some more of the guys is gonna be traded. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of them guys ain't coming back off IR. So with that being said, it's like Lad McConkey, Quinn Aronde Gas, and Keenan Allen. Like, you finna have Samuel Womack, Marcus Harris, and Jalen Armour Davis out there Sunday. Cam Ward can't possibly be thinking about Cam Ward, A.L. Monitor, and DK Gunnerhelm. Some of those guys, Tajay, because Tajay got a lot to play for. Outside of that, man, Denard Wilson got to be pissed because they kind of ruining his career of giving him absolutely nothing to play with and blaming the defense. Like, how can he coach what he's been given? He said 1-2-3 Cancun. He said Titans should. I wouldn't be surprised if Jeffrey Simmons didn't get traded, because if I'm Jeffrey Simmons and I come off of my injury and he finished the season and go to a Pro Bowl and get bonuses, Jeffrey Simmons should come out and ask for $30 million plus a year. I don't necessarily know that, and I got to argue with some Titan fans today. I don't necessarily think that the Tennessee Titans would pay him 30 something plus a year. They should for what he's done for the team, but Titans is a hard bargain of negotiation. If they thought they could get a first plus back for him, they trade him. He said, call the front office and tell them to get the Bears our best and healthy DN. You want Draymond Jones? Do you want Jahai Ward, or do you want Arden Key? Which of the 3 do you want?
Let me teach you how to vibe.
Yeah, I'm saying he's gonna want a TJ Watt, Myles Garrett, Micah Parsons type of bag. Like, he gonna want to be maxed out. So it's like, do the Titans want to max him out knowing they're not gonna be good again next year too? But what does that do to the rest of the defense? If you actually trade Jeff, you got to trade T Sweat too. If you trade Jeff, you got to trade T Sweat. You got to trade Cody Barton. You got to trade Amani Hooker. Like, gut it, just gut it. If you trade Jeff, I want Pollard, Zietler. I want them all gone. Gut it. Ridley, Snead, everybody, trade them all. I don't care if you get a wood round pick back for them. If you trade Jeff, trade the entire team, trade the mascot, trade it all.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
You'll take Jahai Ward. Okay, we'll trade you Jahai Ward. I'm saying if they trade Jeffrey Simmons, they might as well trade everybody. He said, this is great content seeing you and Corey from draft day to now. I love it. And KT2 is now an Eagles fan. This is great. Don't worry. When y'all send us Kayvon Thibodeau. He said, trade my season tickets. If I was a Titan fan, I wouldn't buy a hat. I wouldn't buy a jersey. I wouldn't buy a t-shirt, a hoodie. I wouldn't buy a poster. I wouldn't buy a popcorn, a beer. I wouldn't go to no games. Like, let them feel the grunt. If you gonna gut the team, gut the team. I can tweet Cam Ward and tell him we still praying for him. We be back next year, my boy. He said, can't keep the old ass roster around Cam. Was first 2 times build around him and saying Jeffrey Simmons to Dallas. In the meantime, what are y'all gonna send us? Cam, it's some Titan fans that think that we're gonna get George Pickens. Oh my God. What does Dallas have to send? He said, Dallas, why would we do that? What would Dallas send us? Give me a trade proposal. Give me a trade proposal. It's on Twitter. It's a Titan group on Twitter. They be kind of going in. Come on, like Cam, I'm humoring you right now. What is Dallas Cowboys gonna send us for Jeff? Look, y'all give us both them first round picks. Y'all got pick number 12 and 29. Give us 12 and 29.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
This year, not next year. Give us both of them from this next coming draft. We have 3 first round draft picks and probably the top pick overall. We could trade back and have 4 first. This the draft hat, Nano. You still think the Falcons don't need a wide receiver? No. Why would y'all need a wide receiver? Y'all got Kirk Cousins back at quarterback. You need to forget about receivers, man. Y'all got Kirk Cousins back at quarterback. I mean, Corey, I ain't tripping on that. You give us both them first rounds, y'all can take it. Y'all can take it. Need a play call. Take Arthur Smith back. He said we got Micah. Thank you, Packers and Cowboys. Hey man, we got another under 6 foot cornerback. He can't play for me. Definitely need a kicker until ours come back off injury. We'll send y'all Joey Slide for Kayvon Thibodeau. 2 times. I don't want to hear nothing else about the Giants in y'all season that could have been until y'all send us Kayvon Thibodeau. Cause y'all gotta pay Brian Burns and Abdul Carter still out there. He said y'all can have them late first round. That's really 2 seconds. It's really not. A first round is a first round because the Titans got like eight or 9 picks already. So like you gotta think, Cam, we're gonna have a top 3 pick. We're gonna trade back on that top 3 pick into the middle of the top 10, pick up another first, and we could package and move around. Like we probably could pick 3 or 4 people in the first round. To be honest. It said top 3 with 2 first and a second. That's what I'm saying. We gonna like in the first 60 picks, bro. Really not even the first 60 because the second gonna be high. In the first 40 picks, we gonna pick 4 times. It just at that point it'll just be on Bergonzi to get it right. Give me Ruben Bain. Give me the wide receiver from Ohio State. Give me the best corner in the draft. Like, give me, and the best linebacker, dog. Give me all of them. Send the paperwork. I got y'all. Y'all still ain't gonna make the playoffs. We'll send y'all that. If Bergonzi get to make the picks and not Brinker. I agree with that, Becker. If. That's a big if. We'll make it before y'all just send him. I mean, technically not. Technically not. And who still wants to have the debate that Eddie George wasn't right? Eddie George was right. Eddie George was right. The Titans are probably still gonna trade. I think it's a 50-50 chance that either T Sweat or Jeffrey Simmons get traded. I really think so. I really still think it's a good chance that Jeffrey Simmons or T Sweat gets traded. And if L'Jarius Sneed and Calvin Ridley were healthy, I think they gone. I think Key could have played this week, but I think they holding Key to trade Key. Nano say that's trash. What's trash? I'm being honest. It's a few debates I can't lose. I can't lose the Eddie George debate. Some people have put up a good fight about the Mike Vrabel, J-Rob debate. I still think I could win that. In this whole roster situation, I know I could win it. He said, duh, we know where Jeff going. To Dow ass. Trading the goons. But this the thing though, Nano. If they really don't want nobody that Rand Carthon had here, which means they just want all rookies and young impressionable talent. After watching them gut the roster twice, is Jeff gonna really want to put his all out there for the Titans organization? We see this the part of the locker room that you gotta read between the lines. Like when Draymond Jones was talking and he was speaking about the young guys, he was saying some of them could be naive. We watched D-Hop leave the Titans after being mad at them and go to the Super Bowl with the Chiefs. We watched the same thing with AJ. We watched the same thing with Derrick Henry. And you get to listen to these guys talk about going to play meaningful football. You watch 6 guys go to the Patriots. You watch 7 go to the Chargers and still there. You watching these guys. You watch Jamal Adams, who the Titans threw away. You watch because they didn't know really what to do with him. I was saying the whole time they need to just put him at linebacker.
Let me teach
Goes
you how
to
to
the Raiders,
vibe.
comes back, beats us. All these players go places and productive. You watching Mariota still start for the Commanders, and you watching Jeremy McNichols get quality time. You just have to say, like, to all the veterans, and it's the other thing, I feel like Snead just don't care. You feel me? Like, in the sense of he got a ring, he got life-altering money, he beat the gun case. Snead just blessed to be there. Like, he ain't really concerned about what they do. Okay, y'all want to gut the roster? Y'all want to tank? Cool. I'm going to play hard, but when I see it's over and I see after the Cardinal game, I see we going right back to this, you firing the coach. Yeah, I'm on IR. My quad hurt. I don't blame him as a person. I just put him into perspective of my boss fired me from the Chiefs and I got a new job on the Titans. They paying me what the Chiefs wouldn't pay me. And then I go on vacation and I come back and that same boss that fired me got hired to be my boss of this job, and we both already looking at each other. Now in my exit interview, I might have told him how I really felt, and he might have told me how he really felt. Ain't no love lost, but ain't no love gained. Imagine if that was y'all, if y'all got fired from a job, got a new job paying y'all what y'all wanted to get paid, and then you walk into the meeting on Monday morning and after vacation, and that boss that fired you at the other job is now your boss again at this job. Don't you want to try to find the first train smoking after you fulfill your contract and get your guaranteed money that you ready to go? If you don't want to work for this guy? Do that make sense to y'all, or am I crazy? I mean, Titans do got the most money. He said, not saying you wrong, but it's crazy. It is. He said, what year Cam won out of Nashville? The same that Jackson Dart gonna want out of New York, like Daniel Jones. It's the same situation. He's seen Daniel Jones go to the Colts and be at the top of the league. Maybe he wants out of New York. Why you troll him? Yeah, he definitely see. And then you got to look around the league too. Look at Myles Garrett. He got record-breaking money, 5 sacks Sunday, and he's sitting Indian style at the end of the bench because he is like, man, like we're not competitive at all. I got 5 sacks and we lost by 20 points. And they got a quarterback out here with 77 yards passing. See, people like to talk about Cam Ward, but they're not talking about Dylan Gabriel and Justin Fields out here throwing for 40 yards and 70 yards. Like, come on, man. Like, let's be real. Now Myles Garrett is saying, man, is the money worth me being on a competitive team? I got 5 sacks and it don't matter. So Jeffrey Simmons could be looking at, man, the Titans might give me 30 plus, but I'm gonna be on a 3-14 football team next year. But I mean, all you gotta do is listen to what Saquon said about Daniel Jones. Is he needs a running game and the right system. And I told y'all that. I said Daniel Jones and Mac Jones get on the right teams. 49ers got Mac Jones for 5. Colts got Daniel Jones for 17. It's really quite easy. Like, this might sound disrespectful, but you put him in an offense with Saquon running play action, and you put him in an offense with Jonathan Taylor and put him in play action. You put him in an all-world running back. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you put him with like potentially Hall of Fame running backs and put him in the play action system, give him a little time, and voila. Because Daniel Jones does have like physical traits. He's a big physical guy, you know, that can move in the pocket. He can run. He's athletic. It's just like Anthony Richardson with more experience. So a lot of times people will look at that like if you is Big Jeff or Myles Garrett and say you put on a team that can contend. They had to watch Micah Parsons last night go beat the Steelers on primetime and say, man, if you Big Jeff, you're not getting any primetime games this year. If you Myles Garrett, you might get one primetime game this year. Like, they're not playing in primetime. They're not playing under the lights. They'll have Pro Bowl seasons and nobody will ever see them. They're like, it's like a tree falling in the woods that nobody heard the sound. I think they're going into the draft with the plan of having 12 to 15 picks. But I'm saying, like, if they're a bunch of 5th and 6th and 7th round picks, who cares about having a bunch of picks? Like, the Titans need impact players, and all your players can't be rookies. You could draft 20 rookies. If you don't have the veterans and the right system and the right culture for them to develop, that just mean a lot of them gonna get cut, and then teams are gonna pick them up off of waivers. Vanilla Vic. Ask Minnesota right now if they like Daniel Jones back or Sam Darnold, because Carson Wentz is out for the season. He said 12 to 15 can fix the rosters in a 2-year span. I don't think so. All right, let's say they get 12. Let's say they get 12 picks this year, but they picked the wrong coach. Will it matter? You see what I'm saying? Like, they still got to have a coach come in and align with what they're trying to put moving forward. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we've been having, like, and I contend that everybody has talent. They got to get drafted to the right situation and system. So they both punching air. Yeah, the Raiders signed Tyler Lockett. Good job, Tyler Lockett. They let you know the Raiders people was lying, saying it's the worst team that they seen in 25 years, and then they signed the player off the team. Yeah, right. Another team could better use Tyler Lockett, but he's holding back Tim DK. But Tennessee Titans signed Truman Jones from the Patriots and Micah Robinson from the Packers. And see, people are like, you don't trust the organization. I'm like, they got rid of Cheeto and Brownlee to play Jalen Almar Davis. They got rid of Harold Landry to play Jahad Ward and Draymond Jones. You got rid of Ernest Jones and Kenneth Murray to pay Cody Barton $21 million. Yeah, I really trust these guys, right? No Elijah Molden, no Kevin Byard, Xavier Woods and Quandre Diggs. You know what I'm saying? It's like Kevin Byard lead the league in picks. I just don't. It's not that I don't like the Brownlee trade because they lost value, or Roger McCreary trade because I feel like they lost value. It's not like I don't like the trades. I told y'all I figured they would do a lot of this, but look what they're replacing the talent with. Because like the jury's still out on Kevin Winston Jr. and Femi. The 4th round picks is the ones that hit. Tim DK, A.O. Monner, and Gunnar Ham, right? We still don't know what Khalil Mullins is. We still don't know what Marcus Harris is. So like a good bit of the draft stock that we did get, as good as this draft looks promising, there's no guarantee that outside of those 4th rounders, Cam Ward and potentially Femi or Kevin Winston, that like we did okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, but okay on the worst team in the NFL is that really okay? He said Friday last round on the, no, it's not. We still gonna be going live. Friday is the last of Facebook gaming. I'm not even playing games right now. I'm just live talking football. So nothing's gonna change, Caleb. If they move Xavier Woods, we can at least get a 5th. What make you think you can get a 5th round pick for Xavier Woods? You just traded Roger McCreary was the 2nd round pick and one of the best young slots in the league, and you got a conditional 5th or 6th. What make you think you can get that out of Xavier Woods? Xavier Woods might be good for a 7th or pick swap in the 6th. Does Chig move? They ain't been targeting him, but if you can re-sign Chig for $5 million a year, why wouldn't you re-sign Chig? They gave just Swain 3.5 and Austin Hooper 6. Like why wouldn't they give Chig $5 a year? Like if they traded Chig right now, they already had cut Thomas Udokoya and he got picked up by the Patriots. So you have David Martin Robinson and Gunnar Helm. You wouldn't even have another tight end. You still have. See, that's the thing. Like you trade somebody to keep from paying them. All right. So look, if you could pay Chig $5 a year, let's say 4 years, $20 million, 5 years, $5 million a year. Let's say that's too steep. We're gonna let him go. And then you got to go sign a tight end for $1 million to come in to finish this season out. And then in the off season, you wind up spending $3 million and a draft pick on a tight end, and you cut one of them. It's the same thing. Like just get the guy that bird in the hand, beat 2 in the bush. How about keep your 3 tight ends, David Martin Robinson, Chig, and Gunnar Helm, and then drafting another guy in the draft to see if you can't pull a Gunnar Helm again. Then you got Chig under contract. Then next year at the November 4th trade deadline, you trade Chig next year and you get a draft pick back out. Because he's a productive tight end that would be a starter on any team on half the teams in the NFL. So that's what I mean by like you have to protect yourself. Because it's not like Chig is finna get $10 million a year to play tight end. But I do think if the Titans wait to the end, like they fleece themselves. The doors of the church is open though. We in the shop. If anybody got any questions, man, shoot. Yeah, I mean the Commanders
me
went to
teach
the
you how to
NFC
vibe.
Championship last year. Like they're gonna compete. I need Hollywood Brown to get 22 yards, and I need Tyquan Thornton to get 1 catch. Yeah, I got Jamal Adams. He's a goon too. Ooh, Titan legend Jamal Adams. Are you serious? I got Jamal Adams. He's a goon too. Jamal Adams is 93 speed, 91 man, 97 zone, 92 hit power. He's in the box with pick artists. Yeah. Yes. Yes. I got him in the box. Jamal. I finally got rid of KB. I got rid of Byron. Had to take a mental break. Yeah, you always got to do one of those, man. I used my tokens on him. So I got Robert Brazil, aka Dr. Doom, and I got Jamal Adams. Two of the last Titans that I added. I got a juice up Cooper Cup. I ain't got Cooper Cup juiced up yet. I think I need to juice. I got like 4,000 tickets. I've been saving my tickets to make sure I can get get Will Anderson juiced up. So maybe I should use some of my tickets on Cooper Cup. Wow, you got the New Orleans Saint interception, huh? That's tough. You got the Spencer Rattler pick. Not the Spencer Rattler pick. All right, I'm in the shop, man. Anybody got anything that they want to chop it up about? I'm here. It's halftime of Monday Night Football. I'm around. If anybody want to rap about Roger McCreary, Tennessee Titans future, or your team. Some of y'all are not Titan fans. Y'all are just football fans. Y'all got y'all own squad. How's my day going? Well, the Tennessee Titans are having a fire sale. How's your day going? Don't break your controller, man. Those things are expensive. Controllers are expensive, man, my friend. You know this. Titans need to hire you as their general manager and had an attack on Saturday. I like Bergonzi. I think they got to get out the way and let Bergonzi run the show, though. I do think that. To be honest, man, like, I don't think any of us could do a better job than the people that's actually there doing the job. I just think we have a bird's eye view of seeing the team from a different way in which they see it, because some of these guys that make these decisions, they get to look at these people. You see what I'm saying? Like we see them, we watch tape on them, we watch they get to actually look at these people and talk to them. So I'm gonna say looking at somebody and talking to them is a whole lot different than the way we view these players. You know, so I just think that's something that we have to take into account, and that these are real people. These are real people that's that's doing. Even like Mike McCoy, like listening to him talk, I understand human element of like what he's having to deal with. You know, like coming in, if you're the defense, if you're Denard Wilson and you showed up and you trying to coach the team up and y'all watching film and somebody knock on the door and say, yeah, Rodgers getting traded. He's just like, wait a minute. Okay, guys, I know that was a lot for y'all to handle. Rodgers getting traded. So Marcus, you're going to be moving actually here. So put that iPad down. You're not going to be studying that position. You're going to be here. Sam Womack, you're going to be in the slot. Jalen, you're going to be where you was at. So forget what I just told you. You know what I'm saying? It's like Denard Wilson is in that type of space of when I come in and I see something, what I was just telling them, I'm gonna have to tell them something else, because that's not necessarily the same thing any longer. Bama should. They beat LSU and Auburn. He said, or your hand. Yes. See, that's why I mean, it's like, it's a lot to take into account of everything that they got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like they have to deal with a lot of things that they had to deal with a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a lot to think about. All right, KT, I think I can finally sell. I just sold Kevin Byard. I think I need to sell AJ Brown now. AJ Brown is outdated, so I finally can get rid of this AJ Brown. Chronic fan Caleb, Nevin, Ladie, Robeezy, Maurice, Adam L, Bob, Kenny O, Justin Mitchell, no relation, Coop, Mr. Pie, Polar. What up? If y'all got anything that y'all want to rap on, drop it in late chat. All I know is Hollywood Brown and Tyquan Thornton better get some catches. I know that much. I need that special deliver. I want that. AJ and Harold, yeah, I sold AJ and Kevin Byard. When I got Jamal Adams, I sold Kevin Byard and put Kyle Hamilton in the spot where Kevin Byard was at. And then we gotta think we finna get Javon Curse too. So like Max Crosby probably gets replaced with Javon Curse. Now forward to that. Y'all might beat Dallas. Y'all might beat Dallas. No BSing. Y'all might beat Dallas. Swat ATL, what up? Eugene was good. Y'all got a Tennessee Titan legend, Tyler Lockett today, huh? Y'all got a Titan legend, Tyler Lockett today, huh? Eugene. Boomer. You talking about Chris Berman? Chris Berman got to be up there in age. I know he up there in age because Chris Mortensen's son is coaching UAB now, so
Let me teach you how to vibe.
Boomer got to be up there. He got to be up there. I don't want to hear about my team, but I'm ready for next year. No. You got to hear about your team, man. What do you see the direction of the Raiders? What do you see the direction of the Raiders? 70 plus. Man, y'all got Chat GPT, man. Y'all. $70 years old. He's 70 years old. There's no direction till y'all get a QB. Is there anybody that you would trade for right now? Because I mean, Geno, y'all could eat Geno's money next year. People in your fan base trolled me when I said y'all could trade for Shador. It won't cost y'all much. Y'all could trade for what's another young quarterback out there? When Purdy come back, you could trade for Mac Jones. Oh man, y'all boy, Tennessee Titans, man, we having a fire sale. He said y'all not the worst team in the NFL. You can't complain too much. Hey, look, we are. Tennessee Titans is the worst team in the NFL. After the Jets got they win, like they pushed the Tennessee Titans to the brink of destruction. Tennessee Titans just pushed themselves to the brink, huh? He said if Washington lose, that means Dallas wins. Did Dallas beat the Broncos or did? Oh, am I confused? You said you know how it feels. Yeah, for sure. It's rough out here, kid. It's rough out here, man. Tone is rough out here, man. Them end zone boys gonna be there no matter what though, y'all. The end zone boys gonna be there. End zone boys gonna hold it down, man. Even though they shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, I ain't gonna lie. End zone boys gotta be thinking probably long and hard about like wasting time on a Sunday. You know what I'm saying? That's some time wasted on a Sunday. Time wasted on a Sunday. That's how I feel watching. Like, bro, y'all seen me in the middle of the Titans game on a watch party Sunday. The third quarter ended and I said, hey, y'all, I'll catch y'all later. I'm finna go eat with the fam. He said, y'all gonna be all right? I'm not so sure. I mean, like this is the tip of the iceberg. Like, Roger McCreary getting traded just means that like 4 or 5 other people finna get traded. You see what I'm saying? That's why like it's gonna get darker before it get lighter in Nashville. You cut the Dallas game. I mean, honestly, I would not be surprised before November 4th in 1 week. I would not be surprised if Jeffrey Simmons, Tavondre Sweat, Calvin Ridley, Arden Key, Jahar Ward, Draymond Jones, like I literally could see like a whole plethora of Titans getting moved. Kevin Zeitler, like I really could wake up and see the Titans trade like 5 people before the deadline. Cause I told y'all, I'm like, it would be the most Titan thing in the world for them to do a documentary on the upbringing of Roger McCreary and then trade him. You know what I'm saying? But I just want y'all to think about this. This is why I don't trust the front office. Look at who we played. We played the Broncos. Then we played the Rams. We played the Rams week 2. Took the Rams. We had the lead going into the fourth quarter. And then the Rams turn around and trade and get Roger McCreary. Right? Then we played the Colts. Got belt put on us. Then they benched they benched Jarvis Brownlee. They didn't bench him. They had him come out with the little foot thing on like he was hurt. And then we played the Texans. They traded him, right? They traded him traded him to the Jets. Then after we played the Texans, we played the Raiders. We played the Raiders. They say we got the worst team they seen in 25 years. Lying. They bad, but they ain't the worst they ever seen. And then they picked up Lockett this week. And you know what I'm saying? And then around and got beat, put the belt put on us by the Patriots. The Patriots signs Thomas Udekoya, a tight end we cut the same week. They picked him up the same week. And he was on their team with six total ex-Titans on Patriots. Then we turn around and lose to the Colts. No, it would be in between that is the Cardinals, and then you got the Cardinals before Raiders, then you got the Colts, and then now you see what I'm saying? Roger McCreary get traded to. I wouldn't be surprised if a team that we played in the preseason or a team that we've already played like trades and get some of our players. Becker say no sign. But y'all see what I'm saying? Like teams that we play or play against us will see somebody on our tape and be like, yeah, we'll get them for nothing. It's like when you go to somewhere and you about to buy something and you like, don't buy nothing, and then you be like, you take the shirt and you put it in the back of the store and you like, ain't nobody gonna buy it, and you come back a couple weeks later and it's still there and you just pick it up and it's cheap. Like that's what the Titans is like. Jack say sucks, but if he wasn't gonna resign, you have to get value. Don't sleep on a first round pick. If Jermod McCoy comes out of Tennessee, he'd be a late first, early second because of the L. That's extra first range. Are you a Tennessee Volunteer fan? I'm not tripping on the Roger McCreary trade. I'm tripping on the way they went about getting it. If you knew that you wasn't gonna have Roger McCreary, if you knew you was gonna trade him, it makes the Jarvis Brownlee trade look crazy, and it makes cutting Cheeto and eating Cheeto's cap to save only to sign the person that they cut to sign Cheeto. So we paying the Ravens to play Cheeto right now. They picked up Micah Robinson off the Packers. He has 0 game experience, 0 statistics in his career. And they said they wanted 6 foot tall cornerbacks with long arms. And Michael Robinson is under 6 foot tall. Marcus Harris is under 6 foot tall. Like all these guys fit. The only person that fits the physical attributes they want in the corner is Jalen Armour Davis. And he's been absolutely awful at corner. So like the people that they have picked and selected and what they have put together doesn't follow the trend of what they say they're actually after. So this is just a fire sale at this point. I'm not tripping on the McCreary trade. I say trade a player to get draft picks back if you're not going to re-sign them. But I'm just not. Are we happy with any of the free agents that we signed? Xavier Woods, Cody Barton, Draymond Jones. Like, does any of the people that we sign give you any hope that they're gonna replace them with good free agents when they leave? Samuel Womack came in and got dunked on by Darrell Baker Jr. and Samuel Womack, a former coach. They threw right at him and Alec Pierce dunked on him as soon as he got out there. Like, Quandre Diggs is little. Xavier Woods is not a tall or big guy. He said we have to trade back and get an extra first, but definitely possible. I think they're going to trade their top pick anyways. But if I trade it back, I'd want Reuben Bain Jr. or I want the guy out of Ohio State. I wouldn't want nobody out of Tennessee. He said, I am, but was a projected top 10 pick before it. I don't want nobody else that's injured pre-draft. I don't care if they came. Like, I'm a Bama fan. I don't care if they came from Bama. I don't want nobody that's been injured pre-draft. Y'all on Twitch can't hear my sound, but everybody else can. So it's like gotta be a Twitch issue. This is my question to anybody that's just be so happy with these draft picks. Do you trust this front office in free agency and the draft picks? They have missed over and over and over and over and over. They have continued to let productive players leave to sign players that cost more and have cost us more, only to get less production. The jury is out on what Femi and Kevin Winston can do because they were projects. The picks that we have in the 4th round have been the picks that hit. Marcus Harris has proved so far, and I got to give him time. He's not as good as Jarvis Brownlee was, and he's not as good as Roger McCreary. He might be a special teamer, and he's got penalties back-to-back weeks in special teams. And we've yet to see Kalel Mullins because he's on IR. Like, I'm not so sure that like these extra, and these are pick swaps. These ain't even just like we got extra picks. These are pick swaps. Like, we had to give up a pick to get this pick to move up. Now, did we move up like 40 some slots? Yes. Did we move up like 20 some slots here? But we still have a 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 2 6 and 2 7. Like, there's no guarantee that these extra picks that we get or these move up slots is gonna mean anything when it comes to it. We can hope that it will be, but as many holes as they created, I've looked at the free agency class. I'm pretty sure some of y'all should start doing this. Look at Spotrac and see the upcoming free agents at the positions we need them in. Everybody's over 30 years old. I don't want any 30-year-old free agents. I want somebody 24, 25, 26 years old. Jalen Phillips, Kayvon Thibodeau, Tariq Woolen. You could give me somebody like that. About the oldest receiver I'd take is Jacoby Myers off the Raiders. That's about it. Everything else that's coming out in free agency is gonna be old. At the tight end, it's gonna be old. At edge, it's gonna be old. Linebackers, old. Safeties, old. Corners, old. There's nobody young. Jalen Johnson from the Bears, but he's gonna be coming off a freak injury. Yeah, it's something about Twitch. But everybody else can hear me. He said sound don't kick. Kick and Twitch is tied together. I understand that. But I'm saying, like, they slid up in some positions in the later rounds, right? Anybody pick like 5th and 6th and 7th round is like people that you hope make the roster, people that maybe play depth roles. They're not difference makers. We're gonna have a lot of money free in cap, but at what position have we signed free agents that impressed? Cody Barton didn't impress. I would have rather spent my extra $5 or $6 million and keep Ernest Jones. L'Jarius Sneed hasn't impressed. We cut Cheeto and saved a little money, but ate some cap. But we really didn't save because then we had to go get Womack, Jalen Armar Davis, now Michael Robinson. So what money did you really save? They tried to save money with Harold Landry, Draymond Jones, Jahad Ward, Ali Gay, Truman Jones. We're gonna cycle through 10 players just to get one that could have been productive. I would have rather just gave Landry the money and left JC Latham at left tackle and went and got a right tackle like Oliudo. We gave Dan Moore $82 million. Bad team tax. We gotta overpay for players. Calvin Ridley's hitting us for 28 this year. I'm saying, like, y'all can tell me about moving up in slots and getting extra draft picks in the late rounds. But at the end of the day, like, all this cap space, looking at the free agent market that's going to be out, we're not getting George Pickens. Garrett Wilson ain't leaving the Jets. Olave's not leaving the Saints. None of those players are coming to Nashville. And if we do, we're going to have to overpay for them. So I'm saying, like, there's nobody coming up that we're going to be able to get that's going to be able to benefit our team to that max amount in the free agency. You're going to get a 32-year-old Trey Hendrickson. I don't want a 32-year-old Trey Hendrickson. You see what I'm saying? I just don't see it. I just don't see it. Like, I understand the McCreary trade if you'd have kept Jarvis Brownlee, but you didn't keep Jarvis Brownlee. You lost value in the, like, so every trade that we make and we lose in value, teams is looking at us like a sucker. Like, we desperate anyways. So, like, even if we traded Jeffrey Simmons, we probably get less than what we could get for him. But I like to hear y'all perspective though. If y'all could change my mind on it, I'd be game for it. The Discord is open, or you can continue in the chat. Like, I'd like to hear somebody change my mind. I just don't think it could be. He said the team has to be built through a willingness to trade back in round 1 and round 2. But see, that's the thing. They traded back in round 2 last year. They traded out of Luther Burden and got Femi and picked up a 3rd round pick because we didn't have a 3rd round pick because of the trades that we made previous regime. So I can't wholeheartedly hold that over Bergonzi. He did a good job, but Femi and Kevin Winston Jr. are both projects. There's no guarantee that Kevin Winston Jr., who I like, will turn out to be what we think he'll be. And there's no guarantee that Femi will turn out to be a decent edge rusher. We traded back there and got value. We got a 3rd round pick out of it. You see what I'm saying? Like, just because you trade, like the Browns traded back and got a draft pick for this coming year, they was able to draft the D tackle out of Michigan and still have extra picks. They got Harold Fanning, they got Judkins, but then they picked 2 QBs. Like, we gotta wait. The jury's still out. Like, that's my point, is like, you'll still look and see other teams that had better drafts. Like, the Giants took Abdul Carter and then traded back in and got Jackson Dart and got Scotabo. I don't necessarily think like you just need to trade back and you're guaranteed to win the draft, because a lot of times we see teams do it and they don't. Like, JJ McCarthy hasn't worked out, but you see the Vikings get Dallas Turner and JJ McCarthy. You see teams double up all the time. You seen the Texans get CJ Stroud and Will Anderson. You see teams double up. Like, I just don't see this thing that like a bunch of 6th and 7th round picks stacked up with free agent money with a horrible free agent upcoming class is going to be able to make us do anything more than we'll spend money, and it might not be 2 cornerbacks coming in better than Snead and Cheeto, even though they haven't turned out to be nothing great in the Nashville. Like, we can spend money and get in the edge rushers might not be better than Draymond Jones and Jahad Ward. We might make some moves in the free agent. Linebacker might not be better than Cody Barton. We're a bad team. We're gonna overpay for a free agent. This might not be good. At some point, the Tennessee Titans have to like solidify something, and they're just gonna have to hit draft class after draft class after draft class. And Eddie George was right. The moves that they have made has set us back for a decade. but it's the thing though. Like we gotta wait now to see. Like the Browns is a whole different. That's a whole. They're paying 8 quarterbacks. We don't even need to talk about the Browns. Period. I'm talking about the Tennessee Titans. Us having a third this year is good. It's great. But they have created so many holes. Even if they crush the draft this year, with they extra money in cap, what could they actually do? Like, how much of this team could you legitimately fix? I could put the team on the screen and ask you what you would do with each position, and you're gonna scratch your head because you're gonna be trying to figure out how it all works. Watch this. I'm a humor you. I'm a humor you right now. What's good, Gary? I'm going to humor you. I'm gonna let the chat. I'm gonna let y'all fix this.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
Ken, what you mean? I'm gonna humor y'all. I'm gonna humor y'all. All right, Jack, this is what we gonna do. We're gonna get rid of everybody who's not signed to a contract this year, past this year. Is that fair? Ojukwu, Hans, Levin, Zietler, Udo, Chig, Prochet, Chestnut, Allen, Jefferson, Kinsey. All right, we gotta put Khalil Mullins back in. And we gotta put Calvin Ridley in because they'll have to take a option and eat some contract to get rid of Calvin Ridley. He's still under contract. All right, Jack, fix the roster. Fix the offense with your free agents. Spend that $100-some million. Show me where we can address this team. But while you coming up with that, let's get rid of the defenders that ain't gonna be back. We got to get rid of the defenders that ain't gonna be back. We got to get rid of everybody who ain't gonna be back. Isaiah, what up? Come on, Jack, don't disappear on me now. They got to take the option on Snead if they want to get rid of Snead too. They got to eat some money, so. All right, Snead, Marcus Harris, Sweat. Okay, I owe you Femi. I owe you Femi. All right, there you go. With some extra 6th and 7th round picks and some cap space in a weak free agent class, fix that. I need you to fix that. I know Cam is first would definitely trade Jeffrey Simmons to the Cowboys. He start there. Cam, man. Hey, look. I know that's what Cam would do. Come on, Jack. Help me out, man. Let's fix this roster, man. What moves we gonna make? What moves we gonna make? Cause this thing looking real empty. David Martin Robinson got an extra year on his contract. What we gonna do? This so far, this a team that's 1-7. What we gonna do? Who gonna get moved? Oh, let me be fair, cause that's where I would have him, but I think my man's left. I think he's seen this roster and said, you know what? I'm gonna head out. It's too much to fix. Cause see, it sounds good to say these trades are cool because we moved up 30 spots from round 7 to 6 or 6 to the top of the 6. But when you look at this, they said I'm taking a gamble on Vera Tucker. All right. He had a 4-year, $15 million deal. Let's see. Bro, why is this thing moving slow? Hey, this is weird. Wait a minute. Bro, what the Alright, it's starting to make my head hurt. Okay, there you go. I'm like, where'd it go? Tricep was placed on injury reserve Saturday. All right, so let me go ahead and stop you right now. Tennessee Titans they're not signing nobody hurt. Like, they've been pretty clear and pretty solid on not signing people that was already hurt. So we're gonna say, like, that we have a standard of we're not signing people that are injured. You're taking a gamble, but Bergonzi and Brinker have said they're not signing nobody who coming off an injury. All right, so and I don't think they spend any capital on a guard because they drafted Jackson Slater. I actually think they put Jackson Slater up into guard before they do that. So if you want to do that, they for sure not signing anybody that's on IR injured. Like, I don't see them signing anybody hurt or coming off of an injury. Seeing as all our stars now are injured, and that was like a big criteria of everybody that they signed was somebody who was available. Take a gamble on Pitts. Do you think the Atlanta Falcons are trading, or do you think you can get Kyle Pitts? Because you keep saying taking a gamble on players. You keep saying take a gamble on players. Like, As we seen, this front office ain't doing no gambling. Bro, why is this? Like this one of the worst free agency classes I've seen in some time. That's why I was saying I've looked through it. All right. Kyle Pitts will come free if they don't extend him now. Do you think the Tennessee Titans are going to spend? Let's see a look. He's on a 5th-year option. That's $11 million. His estimated market value is around $48 million over 4 years. So projected deal would be $12 million a year. Do you think that Bergonzi and Brinker would spend $12 million a year? They just drafted Gunnar Helm, and they would be passing on Okonkwo, who's been the Titans since he's been in Nashville. No active Titan has more receptions and more yards than Okonkwo. So they passing on a speedy tight end that's very athletic, yard after catch, to give Kyle Pitts $12 million a year. Probably coming to the Titans more like 15. Put an extra 10 or 20% on it because it's the Titans. Because these guys gotta want to agree to come to Tennessee too now. You must admit, we're the worst team in the league last year, the worst team in the league 2 years in a row. You're selling a free agent to come to the worst team in the league, where traditionally skilled players get underused. So if you're not a running back, if you're a tight end, a wide receiver, you're probably going to have a less statistical value being in Nashville. I make those two moves on offense because after I draft a wide receiver in round 1 or round 2. So you're going to spend your first round pick on a wide receiver and not an edge rusher. I'm having real problems with this. I'm having real problems with this. I'm having real problems with it. I think in the first round, Tennessee Titans have to pick an edge rusher. I want you to look at this roster now. Depending on what you do with Calvin Ridley, you saying your first round pick is going on Ridley and not edge? I think Chig is gone by the end of the week. I do too. Even though that puts David Martin Robinson and Gunnar Helm on some very, very, very inexperienced tight ends by themselves, and they still have to sign a tight. Thomas Udekoya is gone, so you'll have to sign another tight end. That's the problem with not paying Chig, is if you have to trade him or extend him, and if you don't plan on extending him and you trade him, you still have to go sign a tight end to finish the season. We need edge. We can't leave Cam with zero help. I think we're getting 2 firsts after a trade back. I go, where are we going to get 2 first rounds from? Who's going to give us 2 firsts? Edge first, wide receiver second. See, but it's like you can't come into the draft drafting a position of need. You got to come into draft saying I'm gonna draft the best available players, and they're just gonna have to fit into where we fit them in. Because looking at this, like, let's say you do move on from Ridley, and you do move on from Snead. If you move on from Ridley and Snead to clear the cap, and to take the second year options on both of those players, now I don't care who you draft at wide receiver in the second round. It's not gonna be enough, because if you move on from Chig, you still got to get another tight end. There's nothing but old guys on the market that's gonna be overpaid. It's probably gonna cost you the same as it would have been cost to keep Chig. Now you need a boatload of cornerbacks. I don't think it's nobody in free agency that you could get that would surpass a healthy Snead, even though you're overpaying for him. She say the Rams or the Cowboys. How you getting 2 firsts from the Rams? Cowboys have 2 firsts, but the only way you get 2 firsts from Cowboys if you trading them Jeffrey Simmons right now. Trading back in the draft ain't gonna get you there from the Cowboys. The only way you get the 2 firsts out of the Cowboys is if the Cowboys get Jeffrey Simmons from you today. Now, if you want to take that off the map and say that's even a even bigger hole, the Rams got 2 first rounds, but it's number 17 and number 22. So you drop into the bottom of the first. He said we may be rocking a retirement home at cornerback next year. So you're gonna trade the first overall pick for 17 and 22? See, this a whole bunch of ifs now. If is a fifth, we'd all be drunk. Why wouldn't the Rams take 2 firsts? Well, I mean, why wouldn't the Rams keep their 2 firsts? Rams draft better than we do. They already played hardball with us with McCreary. We didn't even get a draft pick. We got a pick swap. He said maybe the Browns. Browns are gonna have just the highest pick as us. The Browns is gonna pick. The Browns is gonna pick up top 5, top 6 pick right with us. They ain't trading first rounds to move up 1 pick. Boy, this a whole bunch of guessing y'all doing. This a whole bunch of guessing. I told y'all what I would do, but I don't think they'll do what I would do. I told y'all what I would do, but I don't think they'll do what I would do. But this a lot for y'all to try to fix, man. Like, that's why I try to tell people, like, man, I get it. Everybody's talking about draft picks and free agency, but like, free agency class is ass. Draft picks, like, will be good for the future, but even if we had 10 draft picks, 12 draft picks, like Tennessee Titans, they're gonna be at the bottom of the league next year. They got a long way to go, cuz. That's what I'm saying. Like the only person that, all right, Jack, let me show you. Let me show you General Manager Buddha would do. Jack, let me show you what General Manager Buddha would do. Cause I've when I be having these conversations, it's cause I done it 100 times. What I would do is this. Xavier Woods would get traded. I'll rock my backup safeties. I call the Seahawks right now. I'd ride out my 3rd year of Snead because I don't have that many choices. And I call the Giants. And I get Kayvon Thibodeau. Cody Barton ass would be gone. I put James Williams in. Kush, I'm sorry. I would extend Udo because I think Udo is a pretty good with Crenshaw, Dixon, and Udo. I do this. I'd extend Chig. 4 years, 20 million. Right now, because I know I couldn't get nothing. I go get Jacoby Meyer. I leave Van right here. Just to the end of the season. Just to the end of the season. And I go get the Honda back. No, when Bryce Oliver come back. Bryce Oliver come back. Tony Pollard ass is gone. Tony Pollard ass is gone. Tajay is running back 1. Khalil Mullins is running back 2. I do this and I go into the draft saying my first pick in the draft is still gonna be an edge. You know why? Because Femi is gonna be a rotational guy with the other guy. I'm gonna be stacked a little bit. And then I'll show y'all my my mock draft. I'll show y'all what my mock draft look like. Yep, I trade and get willing and extend him. And this how my draft looked. Ruben Bain, Anthony Hill. I'm addressing my long-term 6'3" linebacker. I'm getting my edge rusher. I'm getting a 6'2" corner. I'm getting a safety in Keon Sabb that can rotate in. That eventually I could trade Amani Hooker down the line. Zion Young out of Missouri, another edge rusher. I got 4 young edge rushers. I got wide receiver Isaiah Horton, a big physical target from Bama, and then give me a tight end and a power guard. That's how I would fix it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I would fix it like that. The Titans would be competitive. You'd have depth, because if you put Horton with Jacoby Meyer, Chimere Dike, Elike Omana, and then Bryce Oliver, because at that point, then Van Jefferson to be out of there. And a place that free agency, I would be looking for Breece Hall. I'd be looking for that type of running back, a guy that could handle the load. If Khalil Mullins winds up being a dud, because you still got Levis to trade to get trade bait next year when he comes back off of his surgery. Like, this situation, putting the power guard in and having Oli Udoh and Crenshaw Dixon as swing tackles, and then getting some power interior offensive linemen for depth. Because I put Corey Levin as my swing right there, and Hance. You see what I'm saying? I'd go power guard that can play in between with these guys, because Scoro is gonna get an extension. But that's how I would approach my offense, because I had got Cuevas, but I'd take the tight end from Missouri. Any of these guys that would give me 4 solid tight ends that I could rotate, Kevin Winston and Hooker. The reason why I took Keon Sabb, because eventually he take over Monty. I have Sabb and Winston back there in time, but you put Hill Jr. in right there. You put Ruben Bain and Zion Young in the mix with Kayvon Thibodeau and Femi. Like, then we stacked up a little bit. Then you add another corner in there, let them grow, and then grab somebody later in free agency. Then eventually you could deal off Snead his last year. But Breece Hall gonna be up for contract, so I don't know if the Jets gonna be willing to pay him. He said Horton was Kime's guy at Miami. Mm-hmm. But see, Becker, that's the difference though. Like, I like Jeremy Bernard, but I'm not saying go get LT Overton or nobody, Damani J in the top rounds. I'm picking up Bama guys late. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going after guys late. But you see, the type of people I pick is a particular style. Bigger, faster, physical people. Take L'Jarius Sneed off a cornerback one and put Woolen out there and put Sneed on the outside. I could let Marcus Harris try in the slot with Micah Robinson if he plays decent and they keep him. But like, give me bigger, more like Kayvon Thibodeau with Femi, Ruben Bain, Zion Young. Give me some big 6'5", 6'6" edge rushers like Odafe Owe is. Give me some people like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's Anthony Hill out of Texas. Give me a 6'3" linebacker that could go sideline to sideline and can cover next to Cedric Gray. Like, give me some people like that I can grow with, because, you know, Jacoby Myers is 6'2", Horton is 6'4", Chimere Dike is 6'1", A.O. Monner is 6'2". Like, give me some Bryce Oliver 6 foot. Give me some big physical players, and then let's put that out there and start kicking some ass. I don't think the Jaguars are going to get rid of Brian Thomas Jr. You know what I'm saying? But that's the way I would move if I was the GM. I would be trying to go that direction. Bro, Hollywood Brown and Tyquan Thornton hadn't touched the ball, bro. They didn't really do me like this. Just crazy. Hollywood Brown and Tyquan Thornton did nothing. I just needed one catch from both of them. Come on, Hollywood. I just need 20 yards, bro. 25. Yeah, give me a 25-yard catch, Hollywood. And Tyquan Thornton. I just need one. He said, I'll normally anti-pay a running back when you have a rookie quarterback is necessary. You can help that quarterback by having a bell cow. I wish we didn't have so many needs because Jeremiah Love would be so helpful for this team. I mean, that's the thing is like people talk about Cam, but we give up 150, 200 yards rushing a game. We can't run the ball at all. You know, we struggle to protect. We don't have any skill players on the outside. Like we missing so much. That's why I would say I would overpay and trade and get Tariq Woolen and extend him. I would throw a 6th round pick to get Jacoby Meyer. I would throw a 4th to get Kayvon Thibodeau and extend him for a team that couldn't pay him. You see what I'm saying? Like then I hit the draft and I draft behind them. You see what I'm saying? Like that's a smart thing is like I signed Woolen and extended him, and then I drafted a big physical cornerback behind him. I went and got Jacoby Meyer for cheap, but then I went and drafted a big physical receiver behind him. I went and got Kayvon Thibodeau, and I got Femi coming back, so I can completely let Femi rest. Then I go draft Ruben Baines. So it's like boom. You got so many options now. You can rotate, keep people fresh. You know what I'm saying? You're not running out to grab nothing and then just slow play it. Yeah, Becker, I think I may have messed up my prize pick, man. I had on everything but these two. I just needed Hollywood Brown to have 22 yards catching, receiving, and then Tyquan Thornton to get 1 catch, bro. Dun, dun, dun. I don't think you can trade Snead, but like I say, like Snead is on a $76 million deal. If we cut him and eat the money on Snead, right? Like, watch this. And I know people won't want to hear this because it sounds cool to get rid of Snead. But if you can't trade him and you take the year 2 option and you eat $8 million to get rid of him, and then you do it for the long term, but if you're gonna be spending an average of $15 million on Snead, if you wind up having to spend $10 million on his replacement, and the replacement don't outplay what Snead would be if Snead was another corner, then you lose. You eat the 8 to not have to worry about the last year. But if you brought in another guy and you kept him next year, like take my plan. Let's say you had Woolen at cornerback 1 and you had Snead at cornerback 2, or you move Snead into the slot. That's the amount of money you would pay Roger McCreary. So you let him play out this year and that year, and you trade him the last year, and you don't eat any cap. Nah, what up? That's kind of the way I see it. Is like, just because it sound cool to get rid of somebody and save some cap, but it's like, if you save 8 million, I mean, if you eat 8 million the first year and then you save 15 the last year, but you spend 10 to 15 getting a replacement, it's like, did you really help yourself? Yeah, I mean, it'd be a pick swap, but I don't think nobody trades for Snead while he's hurt. Cause did he re-injure the same quad? Is it a different quad? He still had knee problems before that. You see what I'm saying, Cash? It's like, Like we cut Cheeto. Cheeto was 13 million. We ate 7.5 million. But when we ate the 7.5 million, we wind up having to sign Amar Davis. Now we didn't have to sign Womack. Now we didn't have to sign Michael Robinson. So if you got to sign 3 more corners because you thin that corner, and you wind up spending 5 or 6 million signing these extra guys, but now Cheeto is playing for the Ravens and we paying him to play there. After getting rid of Brownlee and losing value and trading Roger McCreary, now like you finna roll out there with Marcus Harris, Samuel Womack, and Jalen Amar Davis Sunday. You should have just left Cheeto and Snead out there, and then trading Brownlee or Roger McCreary wouldn't even have hurt because you would have just had Marcus Harris in the slot. But you see what I'm saying? Like, you thought you was gonna fix some stuff, but then you made bigger holes and you lost money. That's just the way I see it. Sometimes you ain't got to rush to get rid of somebody. Like, we thought we was saving money getting rid of Harold Landry, but then you got Draymond Jones, Arden Key, Jahar Ward. Now you had to go sign Thomas, the dude from the Patriots. We had to go sign him. Like, you want Ali Gay, you wind up signing back all these guys, and then your team sucks. It's like, just keep the guys you got until you drafted a replacement that you know for sure. Like, the Eagles are good at it. Like, the Eagles will have Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis before Fletcher Cox and Hargraves go. They'll get Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, and then let Big Play Slay and Bradbury go. Then you still got Khalil Ringo and Adoree Jackson. And people will laugh at Adoree Jackson, but Adoree Jackson will be cornerback one Sunday for us if he was still here. That's what I'm getting at, is like, we didn't want to give Adoree Jackson 10 when he wanted it, but now we wind up giving Cheeto 13. Like, I know times have passed a little bit, but it's like a same or similar situation. Rasheed Rice going crazy. He said, I just don't know what we're going to do. It's stressful watching this team. I think the worst Titan team ever. Yeah, it's close to it. The sad part is, like, I just have to push back when I see people trying to hold water for this organization as if this organization has a plan or a clue. See, you was trying to come up with a logical way of the things that they do and making sense. And I'm saying it just don't make sense when you look at the team and you look at what's coming and you look at the draft. It just don't make sense at what they're trying to sell us on. Because when Cam Ward walks off the field and say, Mike, what was we doing? Go for it. He's saying, oh, y'all actively tanking while I'm out here risking my life and you selling me on I'm getting better. But reality is, y'all will let me go out here and die and draft another quarterback next year. You see what I'm saying? And whether people want to admit that or say that's what's going on or not, we all see that's what's going on. It's crazy. I think it's time for me to get into some gameplay. It's like almost 10 o'clock. This game is almost over. This is Shop Talk. We do this every day. If anybody want to talk Titans, tap in on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and we always here to do this. Anybody want to join the voice channel, want to come on live and talk, y'all more than welcome. I'm going to end the Facebook and YouTube portion of the stream, and then on the Kick and Twitch, if y'all want to stay in, we'll be on to the late night playing Madden, still talking sports. So if you on Facebook or you on YouTube, Kick Shotbybuddha, or Twitch Shotbybuddha FB. And I'm about to take the little intermission, probably like 30 seconds, and I'll be right back.